and shape me. Yes.
How challenging has it been? I just want us to go there because there are so many young men who are actually schooling at age that you schooled 32 years, and then they had already been married already, and they are watching, and then they are schooling. Their wives are not in any big job, yet the man who is supposed to provide, food, shelter, enough for them is schooling. That means school fees is getting into it. At the same time, paying their children's school fees. Just be sincere with me. How challenging has this been for you, and especially your wife and even the children?
Yes, it has not been easy.
So let's get
first and foremost, you are schooling and then you are working, either teaching or when I was working with the clearing company that I told you about. Yes, sometimes I even miss classes because when you are clearing somebody's room and it moves with time, so you need to make sure that you take the container out or you take the items out. So sometimes you will miss even lectures. But that is where the money will come from for you to go to pay your fees and then that of your children. So sometimes you will miss your lectures. Another time also is that when there is no money, yes, you can't learn.
So that's concentration and stress.
But you only have to be focused. Sometimes it is not the job that you get. It is what it brings to you. For instance, I would have preferred maybe working somewhere and get big money. But if that one is not there and it's a teaching that is there at that time, I have to take it. Yes, it will help you in a way. Assuming you were earning something small and someone who is not earning anything at all, you are better off than the person. So that is it. And I think that it's also helped you to shape your lifestyle. Your lifestyle. If you have a school fees to pay, and you have a family to feed, you cannot follow the boys to go and chill around
and chill and waste money.
So these are the practical things that you must know.
So that you mean you were very much restricted of how you spent your
money. Because it is not there.
The money wasn't there.
It wasn't there.
That is what I wanted to be mentioning. So you were not rich.
I wasn't rich.
You had no money.
Yes.
You were managing a home of 4. You had a wife and 3 kids. You were schooling. You were paying fees at that time. So it was really challenging for you.
It was a challenge.
So what motivated you to, pursue this? Because you could have just given up and said, "Oh, no, I can't go on. I can't go. My wife wasn't, or isn't working. What she's earning is not enough. I'm schooling and this and blah, blah, blah." Somebody would have at least said this. What was encouraged you to entice you and motivated you to actually pursue this vision?
Well, my motivation is that I believe and I was convinced that there is victory at the end. So there is no way I have to go back. So I think that, and I was convinced that I need to finish hard.
Were there times you felt like crying?
Of course, yes.
And what pushed you?
Of course, when you are disappointed, maybe you hope to get a contract to do at the port before you realize it was given to somebody else. And I tell you, before that contract comes, you have budgeted for everything.
So you are referring this to yourself?
Of course, yes.
You went in for contract.
Oh yeah, of course, because they know that you are a clearing agent.
Yes.
So what happened? Somebody called you, "Oh, I am expecting this cargo at this time.
Yes.
So I would love that you play it for me.
Okay.
What happens is that you know that is coming. You start budgeting. So when it doesn't come,
you are frustrated.
Yes, you are frustrated.
Wow.
But I think that the other things are that we must also be sincere to ourselves and people that we deal with. I remember that I have cleared a container for a woman who was working with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. I sent the thing. I told her my charge. I said, is that all? I said, yes. I said, are you sure? I said, yes. He said, this time I brought many things. 2 years ago, I came with few things. But the expenditure seems to be more than what you are telling me today. I said, what is it? This is my charge. This is the duty we pay. These are the receipts. So, through that woman, I was able to get about 10 additional clients from Ministry of Foreign Affairs.
Because of your sincerity.
Of course, yes.
You were very sincere with her.
Very sincere.
And wow, she connected you.
She connected me to 10
people, clients.
And I can tell you that within a year, clearing for those 10 people, I was able to buy a land and start building my house.
Wow.
So as we sit here, I am not living in a rented room. I'm living in my house.
Your own house.
Yes.
Through your own sincerity.
Of course, yes.
I can see you are a very humble person. What can you say about your wife's attitude towards you when there wasn't money? You weren't getting money, yet you were even schooling. Paying your children's school fees was very difficult, because the reason why I ask this question is because there are so many young men who are married to these young women, and then at a point when they get broke and they face financial difficulties, the ladies actually behave otherwise. So how has your life been? How supportive has it been? I just want to get the exact things that she's been doing to support you.
Very, very much supportive. Yes. She has been very, very
How
much
supportive?
She was working. She was
she
was running a stationery shop. So you see, during when school reopens, people buy a lot.
From the shop, my bookshop,
textbooks, exercise books, and other things. So that is where she also made some money. But I can tell you that whatever money she makes, she's spending on the family.
Oh, I see.
Very, very generous. Yes. So I never experienced what people say they have been experiencing. So sometimes when people say it, I ask myself, how can this happen? Because I've never
experienced it.
Yes.
Because you had a wonderful wife who would spend every money. She knew you had no money.
Of course, yes.
Was she paying your children's school fees at some point?
Sometimes.
She paid.
Sometimes she paid.
What about your own school fees?
Sometimes she supported me to pay.
You had nothing.
I had nothing.
Had nothing.
Yes.
So it means you've really struggled.
Of course, yeah. We've really struggled, but at the end of it, I can say that thanks be to God. Yes.
And,
Yes.
This is very, very encouraging.
Yeah.
I would want, hammer on your job and the experience that you've had. I was going to do your wrap up. But I'll go to you right now.
Okay.
You try to see my bar. You better trust it.
Black woman, African woman, black woman, African woman.
You mean I want to say, sir, watch me, I'm not my charming home, I call a Sunday, I'm back. I am Mr. Sadia Macano, and there, Yanya or Hokesia, your papa. For Peter Gaga, Papa, you say, or your civil servant, or some your administrator, or Medina Polyclinic. Now, by my Nicro, free so your Andrew, or no other Samia, and then, oh, Chen, Suahunu, when you say, wow, and there was one more basset, the men so. Me femo ba me yo ba also ma no ye mo ye kun me ro wo chie mo enyina ho ma wo no ye mo anhwe nkoda no se de be ya dachi enyina ebetumi akan ho abom na enyina so ya enjoy life abom so wo hwa o motia se o fa o mobile phone na se o fa o ma fofo a e mobile phone na betumi review Facebook Obramu Suahunu TV. Oko YouTube, I'm sure when it's more da, and so Obramu Lily MT. Over subscribe or Lily MTV so YouTube. Now Instagram so Obramu Suahunu. Now we so up fan page so Lily M fan page. Now we have to deal with it. Now open Miss Agata. You are welcome once again.
Thank you.
And I'm very grateful to have you here to share your life experience with me. How has it been for you as a civil servant in your, 1 minute?
Well, as a civil servant, it's also a huge burden. Yeah, you know, you are working with different type of people from different backgrounds.
Okay.
So, as you want things to be done, you might not find it like that.
Yeah.
But the good thing is that there is a job description for everybody.
Yes.
So as a leader, you have to ensure that you are firm and fair.
Great.
That has been my policy. And those that I've worked with, they all know that when it is business, it is business. When it is to play, that is out of job, yes, we can play together. And then I also make sure that their welfare is protected. Their rights have been protected. So that has been my job. And then the most important among them is that you have been employed to work, and that you must make sure that the duty that has been instructed into your hands is well accomplished. So that is it. So you will meet a lot of people who might disagree with you. But the most important thing is that the job must be done. And be done. Wow. So that is it.
That is a great one. As an admin, how has it been in terms of your human relation? Because you are, working in a hospital, in a hospital.
Yes.
You know, I know how some hospital administrators and the nurses and stuff. It's just, I know I'm not saying to disrespect anybody, but there are some that have their human relations in terms of respecting people that come to the hospital is some quite low. How has yours been in terms of your own human relations?
You see, every year you look at your workers. So when you are praising them, you look at their weaknesses and their strength.
Exactly.
So for me, it is best to organize a refresher course for you if I feel that you are not meeting the target. For instance, if the attitude of staff towards your client is becoming alarming, yes, why don't you organize training in customer care and all those things. Now in the health sector, we are also competing with other like the private hospitals and whatever. So we must also put things right and attract the client. So I think that in my facility, it is not bad.
Okay.
We are trying, and I can tell you that the staff are also very, very much supportive.
Okay.
And then things are looking very bright for my facility.
I see. With regards to yourself, because it's
yes, then you see,
it's
I have
a bigger entity.
yes,
but you as a person, but we are dealing with one individual causing a change himself and affecting the next person.
yes,
I know that yes, because of you, the larger entity is getting better. But yourself personally, how has it been you?
Myself, I don't think I have problem with anybody.
Correct.
Yes, sometimes I don't even know the staff when I approach them.
Yes.
I don't think that some people might disagree with me with whatever policies and things we are doing, but I think that when you are working with human beings, you have to study the human being and know how to handle them. Yes.
Thank you. You've done so well.
Thank you.
And to be honest with you, I'm very proud of your wife. Yes. We need these women, such women in Africa, in the world at large, to support their husbands. It's a step in the right direction. So finally, give us your final message, your words of encouragement to people that are watching you right now.
Well, I would like to talk to especially the young ones, the youths, the students. I want to encourage them that first and foremost, those who are schooling, they should take their education seriously.
Yes.
Those who are apprentices and whatever, they should all take it seriously, because that is what we are going to rely on in the future.
Yes.
They should not be in haste to acquire wealth. And for the wealth, when you upgrade yourself and you get a good job, the money will come. They should not spend their time chasing money to the detriment of their education. And then they must also respect the elderly in the society. They must learn a lot from them. I think Ghana is becoming a place where in most places you see young ones attacking, insulting the elderly. There is no blessing in that. So they must stay focused. You know, one day I was in the bus going to Accra, the metro bus. I was sitting down with some students. I will not mention which school they were coming from. And when we reached Atomic Junction, an elderly man entered the bus. It was time you see that man should be above 70 years. So he was sleeping. So I stood up, gave my seat to him to sit. Whilst I was standing. While the small boys, the students, were sitting down. You understand?
Yes.
And when the man sat down, he just said one thing to me: "My son, God bless you." That was all that I need for that day. So I think that we must respect our elders. And then we must also learn from them.
Great. Na yensan so nhia de enfiri wo no ho ma ka sho se Obramu Suahunu dwumadi a ye de pa se ye de be hye Nkuran yi Nkuran hye nko a se de be ya wo be je wo di se wo nso wo betimi ayi obi anu tie wo de ba obi ade nso aba wo enna ye papa Open Peter Gaga wa kasa oda boko and nsem nso emu oduye Open we are very grateful to have you on this show.
Thank you.
We need, Ghana needs people like you to keep encouraging the youth, especially. They need you and they need me. to be able to work. We are grateful, but you can't just leave because on this show, when you come, we will just want to give you a token of appreciation. It's just a little token, and I know you hold it dear into your heart. We are very grateful to have you here. On behalf of my team, my crew, we just want to say thank you, Mr. Gaga. Keep doing good and keep impacting the youth. And when you go, tell your dear wife, Mommy Kari says, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We are grateful. We are so grateful, sir. We are so grateful. Thank you like this. Thank you like this. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. You always here for I said you met you one ye ban and then said the macan yes you be brave. You so so one sempebi eka efa sebio abrabo now so ocha obramu na numbers that was pretty the same. Pomodian afraid. I feel so some person near by your chuma in sponsorship numbers and I in sponsors numbers and also a good screening. Pomodian afraid here. I am being kitam. When I was at a masia, I don't go and Sanda. Obramu your dear. A shim crack pa. That's a neck. If a sangashia background.